For over a century, motorcycles have greatly evolved from a simple motorized bicycle to a computer-assisted machine of today. Like any other invention, motorcycle keeps on changing for good over time. We simply cannot comprehend how much change it will make in the future. What will be the future of motorcycles? Autonomous riding, rider assist, remote driving, all-electric propulsion. What else can we think of? But before we fill ourselves with questions about the future, let's talk about how the modern motorcycle became what it is today. Hi, my name is TJ the Novice Rider. In today's video we will talk about motorcycle features that were originally came from cars. Before we begin, if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit the notification bell icon so that you won't miss my future uploads. Okay, let's begin. The motorcycle is one of the greatest invention of mankind aside from cars. Motorcycle made its first appearance when two German engineers, Gottlieb Daimler and Wilhelm Maybach, came with a prototype way back in 1885. Did you notice something? Yes, those two engineers are the founders of two most iconic car brands, Mercedes-Benz and Maybach. Ever since, the motorcycle has become a staple form of transportation due to its practicality and ease of owning one. Here are the top motorcycle features that were originally borrowed from cars. 1. Side mirrors. Early motorcycles, as I have said, are basically just bicycles with a tiny motor strapped on them. They don't have any convenient features like padded seats, instead they have a bicycle saddle. And of course they don't have side mirrors. Riders just turn around their head to see what's behind before making a turn. As years progress and motorcycles became faster, this idea is becoming insensible and dangerous, because it takes away a fraction of a second of focus ahead of you. So states begin to require a device to let the rider see what's behind. And guess what's next? They just snap a car mirror into a motorcycle handlebar. 2. Lights. Of course, as motorcycle became a popular trend, many of them ride the machine even at night and on bad weather. So companies began adding lights and turn indicators on them. Early system rely on the power supplied by the magneto, so the light only works when engine is running. Today motorcycle lighting system incorporate a battery to make the system work even when engine is not running. 3. Multi-cylinder engine. Motorcycle began gaining speed as manufacturers making power as a marketing strategy. Motorcycles with the most power attracts buyers, therefore sells well. Since early motorcycles have only single cylinder, gaining power further is next to impossible. That's when engineers decided to use multiple cylinders for motorcycle engine. The more the cylinder, the more power can be created. This innovation is the key to the evolution of today's modern superbikes. 4. Hydraulic brakes. Early motorcycles use a Bowden cable to operate the drum brakes. This system works, but as more power the motorcycle became, the need for a dependable braking system is apparent. This leads to incorporating the hydraulic brake system. Just like cars, hydraulic pressure is used to push the pistons that activates the brake pads, gripping the disc brakes, which is another invention by the way. 5. Fuel injection. Now let's discuss the features of modern motorcycles. One of the notable points in the history of motorcycle engineering is the introduction of fuel injection. Well, it was originally made for stationary diesel engines and airplane engines before it trickled down to automobiles. And then in the quest for maximum power, fuel efficiency and more strict emission standards, motorcycles adapted the system on 1980. The system was used in Kawasaki Z1000 Classic. Since then every motorcycle company slowly moved from the analog carburetor system to the fully computerized fuel injection system. 6. Cruise control. Now the era of new riding begins. The most convenient feature that car owners enjoyed for several years has been passed to the two-wheeler. Cruise control allowed riders to enter cruise mode without the need to hold the throttle in fixed position. Early system uses a throttle cable lock that when engaged manually, locks the throttle in fixed position. Today's system uses latest computer-assisted ride-by-wire, which is more reliable, flexible and more safe. 7. Traction control. Used in high displacement and top-spec motorcycles, the system cuts the power when slippage is detected on the powered wheel. This allows the bike to maintain traction on loose or wet surfaces. In some models this feature can be turned off for fun riding and burnouts. 8. ABS. Also known as anti-lock braking system, this is a computer-controlled system that prevents the wheel from locking up during panic braking. Originally made for railroad cars and trains, then passed onto cars, the system is almost a standard feature for safety on modern motorcycle. 9. Full user interface system. There was a time when cars began installing an infotainment system in the dashboard to give vital information, entertainment, a GPS map and even a view of blind spots around the car. Now this technology is passed down to bike world. Honda Gold Wing is the first touring motorcycle that features a full infotainment system. Followed by Harley-Davidson with their top-of-the-line Tourer Road Glide. Now even mid-level sports bike have the same features like the Aprilia 660 rupees and even the Chinese-made CF Moto 450 Senior. These bikes have display in the cockpit to view maps, answer calls, control music and even remind you when is your next maintenance schedule. How cool is that? 10. Riding modes. As motorcycle began approaching or even getting past the 200 horsepower margin, things could get messy if you twist the throttle the wrong way around. With too much power going to the rear wheel with just 2 inches of road contact, regulating the power is very hard even to the experienced riders. That's when rider modes came in. Originally invented to prevent supercars, called driving modes, from flying off the curve and managing their massive power output. The technology is passed to the motorcycle to let the rider dial just how much power he really need in current situation, like for example riding in the rain, gravel, city traffic, or ripping the curves of the canyons in competitive riding on the racetrack. The system regulates engine responsiveness to suit the road conditions the rider was taking. So wrap up our video. Thank you guys for watching and tour support. I hope you enjoyed watching. See you in the next video. I love talking about motorcycles and I love riding them. So please subscribe and let's live the life of a rider to fullest. Bye bye.